Okay, I'm going to show you a very useful little trick called Kitchener stitch, also called grafting, which you can use to join two sets of live stitches like these that are still on the needle together and make them look completely seamless, like they are one piece. Normally you would do this in the same color so that it would look all like one piece. I'm going to do it in a different color just so that you can see a little better, which is kind of a cool trick also. It just makes a little stripe. So what you need is your other yarn, a big long length of it, on a big fat tapestry needle. And then you're going to push the live stitches towards the end of the needles like that. And it's easiest to just work these off double pointed needles, but usually you can work them off of whatever you're using. And so the thing to remember, the little, like, not rhyme, but saying to keep in your head is knit off, purl off, knit on. And I will show you why in a second. But first, to set up the row, you're just going to do the on parts. So this front stitch on the front needle, you're going to you're going to go in purlwise to the stitch with the needle, and you're going to leave it on the needle. Like that. And then you're going to go to the back needle, and you're going to knit on, air quotes, knit on. So you're going to go into the stitch knitwise, and you're going to leave it on the needle. Okay, so you only have to do that part once. Now you start your little, like, saying. You're going to go in the front stitch knitwise, and it's knit off, so you go knit and pull it off. Go through. The next one is purl on, so you go in purlwise, and you leave it on the needle. Now you go to the back. The back you do purl off, so you go in purlwise, take it off, and then knit on, knitwise, and stay on the needle. And you kind of have to watch what's happening with your length of yarn, because it likes to get all wrapped around everything. When you're doing this, don't pull too super snugly. It's not hard to adjust the tension later, but if you do it better the first time, then it's less work later. Okay, so now we go back to the front, and we go knit off, purl on, purl off, knit on. You want to just make sure this tail is going up right close to the needles when you pull it in. Back up front, knit off, purl on. And I like to do the two steps together because it just saves time. You can pull the yarn in after every one if you want. Don't really have to. Oops. Purl off, knit on. Knit off, purl on. Alright, I'm going to do a little time lapse here. Okay, I'm getting towards the end, and I just did a purl off, knit on. So I'm going back to the front. I'm going to do knit off, purl on. And now I only have 2 stitches left. Oh my god. So you just do the off part. I'm going to purl off and then knit off. Pull through. And there you go. Yay! And you can see, you know, there's some tension issues, some places where it's snugger than others. And you can just go through with your tapestry needle and tug all the extra slack out to the edges. You know, mess with it till it looks good, basically.